The announcement of the Sims movie has certainly sparked excitement among fans of the beloved franchise, but it's also raised a significant question: do The Sims even need a movie? As one of the most iconic video games of all time, The Sims has captivated millions of players for over 2 decades with its open-ended, sandbox gameplay. It's a game that lets players shape their world, build their dream houses, and guide characters through the ups and downs of life. But translating such a player-driven, freeform experience into a cohesive movie might not be as simple as it sounds. One of the first hurdles to consider is The Sims' lack of a traditional narrative structure. Unlike many other games that have been adapted into movies, Tomb Raider, Uncharted, Resident Evil, The Sims doesn't have a set storyline, clear protagonists, or overarching objectives. The beauty of The Sims lies in its flexibility. The player is the one creating the stories. Whether it's a romantic drama, a rags-to-riches tale, or even a chaotic disaster where Sims is trapped in a room with no door, every narrative is unique to each player's imagination. So how can this diversity of stories translate into a single, unified movie without losing the essence of what makes The Sims so beloved? The producers seem to have recognized this challenge, as EA's Vice President Kate Gorman mentioned that the movie would be rooted in The Sims universe and aimed at capturing the magic of the game's playfulness and creativity. But the fact that Margot Robbie's production company, Lucky Chap, is behind the project and that Loki director Kate Herron is at the helm suggests that the film may aim for a more surreal, quirky tone, much like 2023's Barbie, which Robbie starred in and helped produce. Barbie proved that even a seemingly simple, non-narrative brand can have cultural depth and resonance when handled with the right mix of humor, self-awareness, and heart. However, The Sims movie doesn't have to be a blockbuster hit on the same level as Barbie to succeed. A smaller scale, more intimate film could arguably capture the personal, human side of The Sims that makes it so unique. The quirky, eccentric moments, like Sims talking in their bizarre Simlish language or unexpectedly catching fire while cooking, could form the basis for lighthearted humor, while the deeper, emotional aspects of the game, like building relationships, pursuing dreams, and facing life's challenges, could lend the film emotional weight. The possibilities are endless, but only if the filmmakers resist the temptation to impose a rigid, formulaic plot. A key aspect the movie should tap into is nostalgia. For many millennials and Gen Z gamers, The Sims was a cornerstone of their childhood or teenage years. The game not only allowed them to escape into a world of their own making, but it also reflected certain real-world dynamics, from managing time and money to building relationships and careers. Incorporating this nostalgic aspect into the movie, whether by nodding to the various expansions like The Sims Take on Fame, Pets, or supernatural elements, could be a way to draw in longtime fans while introducing the game to newer audiences. But the big question remains, will the movie be able to retain the interactive charm that defines The Sims? Part of the magic of the game is the freedom it gives players to create and control. Watching a Sims story unfold on screen without the ability to influence it might feel strangely detached for fans who are used to being in control. One possible solution could be a more experimental format, one that embraces the unpredictability and randomness of The Sims world, perhaps even incorporating some interactive elements or embracing a choose-your-own-adventure format. After all, the essence of The Sims is that no two experiences are the same, and the film could benefit from leaning into that chaotic, open-ended spirit. In conclusion, while The Sims doesn't necessarily need a movie, that doesn't mean it can't make a compelling one. If the filmmakers can capture the creativity, humor, and nostalgia of the franchise while remaining true to its core values of player agency and open-ended storytelling, the movie could surprise us all. Ultimately, The Sims movie shouldn't try to fit into the conventional mold of video game adaptations. Instead, it should embrace the unpredictability, eccentricity, and sheer fun that made the game such an enduring phenomenon in the first place.